mateys, climb aboard me vessel.
It is I, McDoolies, and let's talk about Super Mario RPG Remake on Nintendo Switch. So let's talk about the graphics first. The graphics are a 1-to-1. It's exactly like the original, but it looks so much fucking better. Like, you're not dealing with fucking blocks fucking strung together. It has kind of a plasticky look, but it's very nice. And I've heard, I've watched reviews on it, and I've heard people say that it doesn't look very well, but it looks great to me. I mean, this is a game from 27 years ago. It's doing pretty well. Speaking of graphics, now you have cutscenes, and there's like a break limit like you would have in Final Fantasy if you played a Final Fantasy game. If you're playing this game, you probably played a Final Fantasy game, and once you get to that limit and it gets to 100%, you can do like a move with your 3 characters. If you're gonna have different characters in the game. I mean, there's like fucking Bowser, and there's, you know, Princess Peach and Mario and all these fucking characters. Okay, Gino. And as you change characters and have different combinations, there's going to be different moves. And it makes the game even easier, which is very sad because the game is very, very fucking easy. Now they've added a breezy mode. Breezy, bro, you needed a hard mode. The game has been easy since 27 years ago, and now it's even easier. Let's talk about different other ways that it's easier. Like, bro, there's like a splash thing that happens. Like when you time something perfectly, they give you more damage. I don't know, because I don't remember, because I played this game a long time. I played this game about 25 years ago. But the splash damage, like when you hit an enemy, sometimes it'll hurt the other enemies around it, and that's a new thing. That shouldn't be a thing, bro. The game was already so fucking easy. In my opinion, they need a hard mode. Let me talk about my 2 favorite additions. Okay, so when you go to the store, before you would have to guess, you would have to memorize your stats to buy equipment. You know, whether that be defensive or offensive weapons or armor. And now it shows you stat differences. Thank God. Another thing that I like is that the map no longer is like different map areas. It's one big map. And there's fast travel. I mean, oh my God. The game is funny. It's always been funny. That hasn't changed. Like, you know, like I said, it's too easy of a game. But you're going to love playing the game because of the story. And I'll tell you something. Do not grind. I grinded one time at the beginning of the game with Mario. And it's, well, 2 times. When I got Mallow, I grinded again. The second character you get. And I regretted the whole game because I was overpowered. If you can, try to avoid some of the enemies, not all of them, because you don't want this game to be any fucking easier. Another thing I was kind of disappointed in is that you can switch out party members in battle, which you could do in the original version. Like, obviously you're going to take advantage of that, bro. Like, you're going to have to. I mean, why wouldn't you take advantage of something that's going to make your battles easier? But you do understand that if you have a dead party member in the original version, you can't switch them out and you have to continue the battle. It's very difficult. In this version, you can just switch them out for an alive party member. You know, you can switch them out to get certain advantages at certain points of the fucking battle. So, this game being easier, I mean, okay, that's cool, but there needs, like, once again, there needs to be a hard mode. One thing that's always been innovative is that you can see the enemies on screen. Like, it's great. I mean, for that time, there was no enemies on screen. You just had random battles. This is Super Nintendo, is the original game. You know, I remember playing Phantasy Star games on Sega Genesis and just being, these frickin' random battles over and over. There is some name changes, like Princess Toadstool is now Princess Peach, and you're going to notice some other ones. Like, I'm not going to bring it up because you'll see. But they've modernized the names, you know, for the time, because there's Princess Toadstool, there's characters that don't have goddamn names. And now they have their right names. Like there's like that magician motherfucker for Bowser has a name now. Fucking, I don't remember his goddamn name. Who gives a fuck? Another thing that makes the game way too easy is the storage box, but you're gonna love it. I mean, that's the only thing that should probably made it easier was the storage box. Like, if they're gonna make the splash damage and all this other shit, they should have made the game a little bit more difficult or offered a hard mode. But the storage box makes sense because you're gonna carry the certain amount of items that you're allowed to carry, and you're going to get really pissed off when you can't carry them. I mean, why lose out just because you're frugal? And so they've taken care of that. And it's great. But like I said, the game is way too fucking easy. I love the game. You should play the game. It's overpriced. I paid way too much money for it. And that's sad because they're giving you the same game. And yeah, it looks better, but it's fucking easier. Why do I want the game to be fucking easier? I've even heard rumors that they've changed up the fucking, the I don't know what to call it, the hitbox on the precise attacks. Like, you gotta push the button twice. You push attack right before you land, bam, you push the button again. That's a cool thing about Mario RPG, is that you can do that. But they've made it easier to do. Don't make it easier. Like, I guess they're trying to appeal to kids. But why are you trying to appeal to kids when the people are going to be playing this game are people that want to play a better version? And it is a better version, but I want a hard mode. I want a hard mode, Nintendo. After you finish this game, you're going to be able to fight the bosses again. And they're going to be like harder, different versions of the bosses. The bosses in this game are great. They're different than fighting normal enemies. And so the bosses are the best part of this game, well, after the story. And you're going to be able to buy new weapons around the world. And I think that's great to have after the game is finished content, post-game content, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm going to go ahead and give the game a rating. I think for those days, it was a 10 out of 10 game. But these days, it's about an 8 out of 10 game. Should you play it? You definitely need to play it, but you do not need to be paying a high price for this game. I just don't think it's worth it. It's a medium length game. I mean, if you have money, or if you're a completely crazy RPG fan like me, like I'm a crazy turn-based RPG fan, and so I needed to play this. Like, I love the original game. I never even beat the original game because I started playing when it was already a little bit old. Like, not too old, but, it was like a couple generations later. I didn't want to play this old-ass looking damn game. And so I really enjoyed it. I'm into turn-based RPGs, but if you're not, damn, I don't know, bro. Like, don't pay that high price. All right, McDooley's out.